Right, so this is one of the Washingtonia palms, and they're not supposed to be hardy for Irish winters outdoors. And just over the Christmas period we had temperatures down around -5, I think it was -7. It's coldest down around here. And I wrapped them up like the bananas. Now, as far I've seen a video on YouTube saying that if they don't get light, that they can die off as well. Now, on taking the plastic off, I can actually feel the heat. They were really warm in the sun. It's the sunny morning here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some clear plastic on and take some of the insulation away so that the leaves can pick up light. I'm not too sure. Maybe somebody can post a message saying if I'm right, that they need light that they don't go fully dormant over winter. So I'm just going to change how they're wrapped up for the moment. Right, so I've taken all the straw out and it's damp, and I think it could be from the condensation from the mulch that's gone in underneath it. That's damp, and I think it could be rising up underneath all the wrapping. See, the leaves here are black, so I'm going to change these up the way they're. I don't think you can wrap these up like the bananas. Right, so after taking off the insulation that I had put on it initially on the Washingtonia, and I don't think it was the best way to do it. This is the first winter that I've had to insulate these plants. They're only small plants, so they're not established. So like I've taken all the straw out, and what I've done is I've just put in the fleece in around the base of the stems, and I put some pallet wrap or clean film around it here, so it'll still let the light get through to it. We'll see how it gets on. So I have 2 of these to do. Right, so here's the second Washingtonia, and like the first one, I just used a couple of canes down around the base of the plants. I'll put in some agri fleece just to keep the frost out, and I've used the pallet wrap to let the light through. This plant didn't have the black leaves like the one that's outside, and I think it's because it's in such a sheltered spot, because it has a massive amount of overhanging bamboo, and it's got wall behind it, beside it, in front of it, and to the side here as well. So I think that's why this is in a much better shape. But this soil is almost like a bog garden. It's ideal for bananas and colocasias and all those moisture loving plants, so I might take this out as well. I haven't, on both of the plants, I've left gaps underneath because I want the wind to get in underneath, and I want to dry the ground out as much as possible. I think you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't. Some of the plants that I haven't bothered protecting look in great nick, but maybe it's just these 2 particular plants. They do need protecting, but they need it in the right way. I don't think I got it right there with the straw and the coal bags and the fleece. Condensation was built up inside. The straw had gone wet, and the light wasn't getting in. So the light should get through with that stuff, and the wind should get in. Keep them dry. These 2 other palms, I'm not going to. That's the central spear. I'm not going to do anything with these because there's so much protection over it there. This one here, this is the waggy. Central spear. It's bone dry, doesn't even feel damp. They're in a good spot. They're very, very hardy palms anyway. I've cleared some of the bamboo out of here because I'm still trying to get that black bamboo in there out. And I want to put in more plants in here in this area. But the sun is starting to get through here as well. Right, so I'm going to check the gunnera and see how it is. It's under a bucket here. And we got some green. That's a good sign anyway. I've bought 2 gunneras, very small plants, and I never doubted for 1 minute that they'd give me any trouble because I thought they would actually just explode into growth. But they've... oh, it's mushy. It's kind of a goo on that, I'm not too sure. Anyway, we got some green leaves. Seems to be doing alright there. Fingers crossed that gunnerer makes it. The other one didn't. Because originally I had a gunner in here, and that's where I want to put a gunner just to take over that whole corner in there up against the wall.